Good morning, fam. Happy Monday. How was y'all's weekend? Uh, I hope it was good. Mine was pretty full on. Yeah. Anywho, uh, yesterday, I mean, Saturday was good and all. I had to work, and I worked yesterday. But anyway, I had to work last night. My daughter hits me up yesterday about lunchtime, and she says, "Are you busy?" And I said, "No," but I always tell her if I got to work that night, because I have to walk, or ride the bike. And so I have to make sure that I have plenty of time to sometimes just gather my thoughts. I don't know, I'm pretty sure y'all go through this too, but sometimes dealing with other people, especially when you have to, it's not a, if you want to case, but sometimes that can take some mental preparedness. For me, it's just sitting and knowing that I'm fixing to absorb a lot of people's energies because, where I work, we do a lot of business, especially at night. And so anyway, she asked me, she says, "Well, do you want to come hang out at the beach with me and the kids?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, no doubt." And so she tells me that she said that she didn't tell the kids, she hadn't told the kids yet that they were coming to get me. And I love it when she does that because they get so excited whenever they realize that they're pulling up at my place. And that makes me just, y'all just, maybe you know. But anyway, whenever they see that they're pulling up at Grandma's house and they didn't know that that's what they were going to do, oh my God. But, and real quick, let me tell you how Grandma came to be. It's not Grandma, it's Granaw, G-R-A-N, or G, yes, Granaw. It's Granny and Nana together. And how that came to be was my mother, she died in 94. And my oldest son was only a year and a half old. He had just started really talking. But whenever I was pregnant with him, because she was 47 when she died, so she was relatively young. And she was a barfly, I've said that before. And anywho, so we were trying to figure out what the baby was gonna call her. And not knowing that he wouldn't get to call her much, hardly at all, before she died. But anyway, she said, "Well, I'm too young to be a granny." She said, "And I'm not southern enough to be a mama." And she said she didn't like that anyway. And she said, a nana, she said she was a little bit too young for that. And the list went on. And so she thought about it for a second. She says, "Grandma." Because her grandmother, they called Granny. My grandmother, I called Granny. And so that would make my grandmother the great grandmother. And my mama says Granny just didn't sit right with her. And Nana, she said, just nah. So she come up with Granny and Nana, because those were the only two that she liked, but she didn't like either one separate, so she put them together, and out come Grandma. And when she died, because I've got 3 kids and 9 grandchildren. Could you imagine if she was still around? She would be getting called Grandma all over the place. And she didn't get to. So when she died, I was 18, and I swore right then and there, I went and did her hair and makeup for her funeral. Anyway, and my son was trying to wake up his grandma. And he actually was calling her Nana, back then, because he couldn't say Grandma. But and he also wore a shirt that said, "I think my name is No." Yeah, he wore that. He wore that to the wake. But anyway, so that's where that come from. And whenever she died, I made damn sure that when I had grandkids, that's what they were going to call me in her honor. Which Star is my legal maiden name. It comes from my father's side of the family. It's Cherokee, and that's why I go by it. Because, I don't like my first name. But it's the very first name that I ever had as a human. Once I came out of my mother. Baby girl Star is what they called me. And then I got to have a first name. But anywho, so yesterday they pull up and the kids are rip-roaring, okay? They are grandma's there. My granddaughter actually gets out the vehicle and comes and she got to hug me. And I get in the car, or I get in the vehicle, and we take off. And of course, they've got to talk. They got to tell me everything. And it's really, I'm trying real hard to listen to everything. And my granddaughter, she still has not a speech impediment, but I don't have my baby knees, ears that much anymore. You mamas out there know that whenever your child starts talking, nobody can understand them but you. Okay, well, I'm starting to the more I'm around her, I'm starting to understand her more. But still, the majority of what she says, I have to get my daughter to translate, and that's embarrassing because that was never me. But I haven't, spent a whole hell of a lot of time with them because of the way things were. And now I'm starting to get to. That's the part of the video that I need y'all. Now, my daughter is regularly going out of her way to make sure that we spend time together. And so yesterday, we went to the beach, and I don't know if y'all could see this little mark right here. I just about cut my face off with my damn thumbnail. And here's why. There's this hill at the point where we go to. It used to be a doctor's house, and back in the day, you could get the best drugs at his house. Anywho, they tore the house down and whatnot, and there's a hill there. And the kids around the town call it Hilly. Anyway, so my daughter pulls up. We start out by feeding seagulls, and so we pull up over there by the hill, and I see that the kids are going to go up. My grandkids are going to go up, and they're going to roll down the hill. I bet y'all can't predict what happens next. Well, anyway, so my big ass gets up there, and I roll down the hill. I only done it once, because, I can't afford to break nothing. It takes too long for it to heal. Y'all see Pookie behind me? Yeah. Anywho, and so that's where this little mark come from, because somehow, I guess I was protecting my face from whatever was on that hill. And later, I saw a dog take a dump on it, so I don't think I'm going to be rolling down there too much. And I told my grandson, I said, ha, 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 and he's like, ew. But anyway, and so we're hanging out, and we pull up at a store, and my granddaughter and her mama go in the store because she's got to use the bathroom. And while she was in there, me and my grandson was cutting up. He gets in the driver's seat, and I'm taking a video. I can't put the video on here because we don't post our babies on there. But I put a video on there like he's driving and stuff, and I shake it all up, like. Let me tell y'all something, okay? No matter, come go with me. I mean, even if it's right here, come go with me. I swear to God, life's getting better. Life is getting better, one way or the other. Even on the bad days, it's still good, okay? But, and see, we ended the visit with, we had this, I guess, my daughter bribed my granddaughter somehow, I guess, to use the bathroom at the gas station. And to bribe her, she promised her a piece of candy or some shit. And we had to go, or we could walk around Walmart. This kid wasn't walking nowhere. She grabs, we get in the store, we get to looking at something, and she grabs my hand and takes off. We ran. Well, she was running. She was dragging me all over the store, folks. Over and over and over, around the aisles and stuff. And literally, I'm sore. Between rolling down the hill with her and running all over Walmart. But it felt so good having her little hand in my hand. And my grandson was right behind us, bitching the whole time. So, till next time, you are not alone. Me and Pookie love you. You got this. Keep coming back, because I'm right here to tell you something. Love y'all.